the recession is can be very bad for the citizens, but it's really, a recession is really affecting those who aren't working, the ones that have lost their jobs in that. But the most devastating part of the recession is more the monetary policies that come about and the protection policies that will come about from different agencies to restrict the money supply. That's really the most devastating part of a recession, in my opinion, because when you when you need, it's, $100 billion floating around in your economy for people to be able to pay their debts and that, and you only and they restrict the money, and there's only $70 billion floating around the economy, you got a $30 billion problem. That's really devastating, on top of the fact that people are losing jobs, and that's the real problem. And the thing is that when there's not enough money floating around, remember, money cycles. So you take your money and you go and buy groceries. The grocery place takes their money and buys new inventory, pays employees, gives money for deliveries, and the delivery guy goes and pays gas and his mortgage, and that money is circling around. But once you pull that money out, it can't circulate, and everyone in one way or another gets affected. And so just to put that in perspective, during the recession, the money supply in the Canadian economy jumped up to, was it $394 billion. And we usually run at about 94, 97 billion, so 100 billion, call it. So the money was so, it was just everywhere. And now they want to shrink back down to...
With the possibility of a recession this year.
Yeah, so they want to shrink back down the money supply, and many people have adjusted their lives to this new reality, which was really not a reality for long. On top of that, many of us made the huge mistake of believing and trusting in the words of Tim Micallef, who is the head of the Bank of Canada.
Tim? I thought it was Tiff.
Tiff, sorry, thank you. I said Tim, sorry, Tiff. And where he said, go out and spend. We're going to be keeping rates low for a very long time, and we won't even be looking at anything until 2023, which means, business people and all that stuff all start saying, oh, okay, well, let's go out and do this, and let's go out and expand a little bit, and let's see how we can expand during these prosperous times, and then pulled the plug from...
Yeah, I was talking to somebody this week about that, and he says, oh, well, you can't really blame him. Right. Nobody saw this coming, but that's what he gets paid. He's getting paid to know these things.
Okay, so...
is he not getting paid to make sure that he's giving the proper advice and that he's can look ahead and see what's coming? Is that not what his job is?
He's an economist, so I would say yes.
Yeah. So.
However, one thing I will say about Canadians, they are so forgiving and loving. I mean, I think it's wonderful, and I think that's why we like to be here. The problem that I agree with that person in principle that nobody saw this coming when it comes to them and their circle of friends. But there's another circle of people who absolutely saw this coming, and you can go online and you can actually watch videos of Tiff Macklem interviews where he was being interviewed by other people who understand economics much better than us. We're going back and learning this because we're trying to figure out how did this happen? And why. And unfortunately, doing that, you discover that, holy smokes, this was either planned or Tiff Macklem is at such a high level of academic understanding with regards to economics that he forgot the basics or doesn't know the basics anymore. He only knows the exceptional. And what I mean by
Then he
that,
probably shouldn't be doing the job he's doing.
I 100% agree with that. I'm not saying, I am saying, actually, I think he shouldn't be in that position. I think he's too much of a risk taker. What happened is that we all know, for those who did economics 101, we know that if our government is spending money like water, inflation follows. And that's just the basics. Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. And please let us know your thoughts in the comments, as well as any questions you may have. We're live most Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to tune in. If you're interested in learning more about real estate, click the link in the description to sign up, and we'll send you a series of educational videos all about real estate. Thank you again for watching, and remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the bell icon so you can stay up to date on all our future uploads.